Sometimes I feel like I'm the only wife on the whole internet who actually enjoys having sex with her husband. So where are the other wives at who love their husbands? They have good husbands, good physical intimacy, good emotional intimacy, highly satisfied. Where y'all at? I've been looking for you. I can't find you, so maybe you can find me. Fingers crossed. See you soon, hopefully. Bye.
I told my husband straight up when we were dating that I was a high maintenance. I was like, listen, I love you so much, but I could love again. I don't need a partner, which made it very easy for me to be like, either you're going to add a lot to my life or you're not going to be in my life, because why would I want someone in my life who's going to give me low maintenance energy? I don't even give myself low maintenance energy. I think a lot of women who are super ambitious and high achieving, they feel like the dating pool is small for them, because to find a man secure enough to be able to date someone super successful is difficult. And so they try to shrink themselves into this like easy to love woman. That is how you sign up for a marriage that you hate and get divorced. If you want the happiest relationship, you need to give your partner the blueprint for everything that you want.
I know I got a lot of single ladies that watch me, so where the single ladies at? It's Thanksgiving time, and I want to connect you with a brother. They may be watching. Brothers tell me they're watching all the time, so I want you to put the word single in the comments. If you want to tell a little bit about yourself, what you're looking for, and if you open to a man DMing you, put single and a little bit about yourself, and let's connect. I want you to find the right one. Let's stop talking. Let's become proactive instead of inactive. What else is working? Put in the comments right now. Brothers, go look at who's commenting below, and let's connect for Thanksgiving. Turn this Thanksgiving into inactivity, into proactivity. Put single right now, ladies, and a little bit about what you're looking for. Brothers, go in the DM. It's a connection. When the right one comes, go with God.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. Once again, I think modern women, they want you to just lose all your stuff. Oh man, we're in love. You only live once, live in the moment. I'm going to protect my stuff, because if it were me in your situation, I would get a prenup. But for you, don't you do it.
When a man moves on, it's not because he never loved you. It's not because he never liked you. It's not because he wasn't interested. It's simply the fact that, and if you're sensitive, don't watch this, but it's the fact that he understands he has other options. He's not going to put his life on hold for you because he understands his worth. Why is he going to wait around for you? Are you doing the same thing? You're probably flirting with other guys. You're probably trying to numb the pain, drinking, whatever it is. Like, a lot of women think, how can you move on so quickly from me? Probably because during the whole entire relationship, you were disrespecting him. It's easy to move on from someone like that, to be honest. And the only way that he cannot move on from you is if you are a good person. Because even if you treated him bad, if you're a good person, then it should be hard for him. One-on-one coaching will be in my bio.
A lot of these men try to be gentlemen. They try to open the door. They try to be chivalrous. They try to be generous. But modern women don't really appreciate a man like that. And they want a man to wait around until they grow or develop an appreciation for him. But that doesn't really make a lot of sense to men at all.
Women want to feel feminine, but they're stuck in the masculine role, controlling everything, being constantly stressed and being aggressive. Feminine energy isn't how you dress, it's how you live, how you soften up, how you receive, and how you trust. You cannot relax into femininity when you are always leading, managing, correcting, and protecting yourself. That's not softness. That is you in survival mode. And some of you have been in survival mode for far too long. You forgot how to let a man lead. So here's what actually helps you get back into your feminine. Calming down your nervous system, letting go of needing to control all of the time, communicating without attacking, and allowing support instead of doing every single thing yourself. Here's what kills feminine energy: working like a man, leading the relationship, trying to be strong all the time, and never being soft or vulnerable. Nobody wants to tell you this, but here I am. I will. You didn't marry a weak man by accident. You chose the man you could control, manage, or outgrow because at one time in your life, relying on leadership was unsafe, so you picked familiar. Now you're frustrated because you're in your masculine energy 24/7. but you helped create that dynamic. I'm not blaming you. I'm just helping you see, okay? So don't come at me, because what you participate in, you can change. When you soften, receive, and allow polarity to come back, men are going to naturally step up. Attraction will return and your safety will deepen. Feminine energy is literally magical, and when you learn to embody it, your entire relationship changes.
I think a lot of modern women would do well to value what a man does, right? So if you say you want flowers, dinner, and all that other stuff, you want the man to plan, then we don't need to be talking about how much it's the bare minimum. We need to be talking about how grateful we are for those things. You don't have to grovel at his feet, but a thank you would be nice.
If marriage came with no ring, no wedding, no photos, no social media, and no financial safety net, how many of you would still say yes? Mark my words, not many. Because for a lot of people, marriage isn't about love. It's about the show. It's about what you're supposed to do. It's status. It's looking successful for everybody else. But real commitment does not need an audience, and real desire does not need a contract to exist. When it's love, you don't stay for the benefits. You stay for the person. And that's why so many relationships fall apart when things get hard. The benefits disappear, and the effort suddenly goes away. Marriage was never meant to be a lifestyle upgrade. It was meant to be a partnership between two people growing together, choosing each other, building together, not using each other as emotional insurance policies. So ask yourself this: if all the extras vanished tomorrow, would you still want them? That answer tells you everything.
You know, a lot of times women do things for the plot, and they want a man to do the same thing. And that's what they say when, oh, well, you know, the least you could do is this. And, well, even if you get rejected, you could just still come up to us. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't have to be a part of stupidity just because you want me to be a part of stupidity.
If a man ever tries to control what you wear, you need to listen to him.
Control?
Okay? Listen to what he doesn't want you to wear.
Yeah.
Write it down. Take notes.
Yeah.
And put that outfit on. It'll be the sexiest outfit.
Are you a toddler? Or how about if you don't agree with him, you just tell him that? I got it, thanks. I'll wear what I want. This is what I'm happy with. Even then, a man isn't being controlling if he says, hey, I don't like your outfit. I don't like what you're wearing. He might genuinely care about you, and maybe what you're wearing is a little bit too revealing, or maybe it just doesn't look good on you. We want men to be honest until it's something that we don't like, right? And if you're in a relationship with him, yeah, he should have a say in what you wear. I'm not saying he should determine your entire wardrobe or anything, but if it's something that makes him uncomfortable because it looks like you're advertising yourself to all these other men outside in public, then yeah, he has a right to say so, and you should consider what he's saying. And let me guess, if you had an issue with something, you would expect him to take it seriously and hear you out, right? But you're not going to give him the same respect? This is why so many relationships don't work out anymore, because it goes one way and not both ways.
No one will give you more advice than the man who wants you to be his wife. When a man is serious about you, there are signs. And one of the biggest signs is the way he advises you. He looks out for you. And a lot of women miss that because they think it's control. It's not. It's guidance. It is him paying attention and looking out for your future. He will tell you things like, babe, don't spend that right now. Save it. Or before you make that move, look at it from this angle, from this direction. Or you should look into this opportunity. Even the small things you'll find annoying, like, babe, what's your sugar intake? Now, depending on how you receive it, it can feel like he's trying to control you, but slow down, because a lot of times that is not control. That is foresight.
I think a lot of these men understand now that there's, really only one wrong read that you can have. You to go in the grocery store, read the situation wrong, even though they're selling all, and the signs are pretty clear. No, they're not really. Because one wrong read and you call me a creep. I don't have time for that.
Let me ask you something. Do men ever not pursue a woman because they are intimidated by her? Do men ever not pursue a woman because they're just too scared of how much they're going to fall in love with her? We have been fed this tale that if a man is not pursuing you and a man is not making plans with you, that's probably because he's intimidated by you. He's intimidated by your success. He's intimidated by your beauty. He's intimidated by how fancy of a lifestyle you have. And I'm just curious, is any of that true? Is any of that?
It's not that he's intimidated. It's that he knows that by getting into a relationship with that kind of woman, he's going to be signing up for a full-time job trying to maintain and upkeep a relationship without her even reciprocating. It's quite literally the ability of a man to look at a situation logically, to then determine if it's even worthwhile trying to pursue a woman that potentially could just tear his life apart and he will never have peace. What a man is actually intimidated by is being sent to HR because he's about to get fired. He's intimidated by the police being called on him for being falsely accused over something that he's never done. And he's intimidated by running into a bear in the woods.
A lot of these modern women like to holler how independent they are. But if that man makes 120K a year, you make 65K, all of a sudden I'm not independent no more. Oh, equality, it's not equal anymore. That's not fair. You got to pay all the bills because you make more than me. And I'll contribute, I'll put in here and there, but I'm not going to be paying the bills because it's just not fair to me.
As if to confirm my point, the author goes on to observe that when women on social media come out as publicly having boyfriends, they often see a significant drop in their follower count. That's true. But she seems to argue that the majority of these unfollowing people are women who, like her, find the try-hard behavior gauche. And that's almost certainly not true. The ones who leave in droves after a woman publishes her relationship on social media are men. These are men who have been developing a parasocial relationship with her that is based on a fantasy of mutual interest and connection. They want to see her from lots of different angles to solidify and expand that fantasy. They don't want to look at her hanging off some other guy in her social media any more than they, say, hope the porn director will devote less visual focus to the woman. The more the content focuses on the man, the less interested other men become in the woman. So women lose followers when they post their relationships because in doing so, they shatter the illusion of vicarious relationship.
It's crazy how a lot of these modern women understand things from their perspective, how they want things to end up. Give me this, understand it from my side. Allow me to do these things. But if it's you and when it's you, I'm not going to understand, and I don't understand anything that you're talking about. That's why a lot of men check out, because no matter what I say, no matter what I do, you never want to understand it from my perspective.
You can't keep testing your man and then be confused when he changes. You can't keep poking him, pushing him, crossing lines, and then expect him to just stay soft forever. Because here is the truth a lot of women do not want to hear. A good man will take a lot. He will be patient, he will stay calm, he will try to understand you. But even he has a limit. And most of the time, it is not one big moment that changes him. It is the slow build of disrespect. It's the tone, the sarcasm, just talking to him any kind of way. You think he's just handling it. He's not. He is keeping score of how he feels. And eventually he stops explaining. He stops opening up. He stops trying to love, lead, and pursue the same way. He gets distant, quiet, hard to reach. And it's not because he doesn't love you, but because he is tired of being disrespected by the woman that he is trying to love. And listen, you don't have to agree with your man on everything. But if you want to keep him, you have to protect their respect. Because once a man shuts down like that, it is a lot harder to get him back than it was to push him away.
A lot of men are getting a glimpse. They're getting a taste. They're getting a preview of peace. And once you take that that pill, that red pill, I didn't mean for it to go that way, but once you get a taste of it, once you get a preview of it, you see, oh man, her versus what I'm feeling right now, I want companionship, but it can't be from a woman like her. And so a lot of men are postponing dating because of modern women like this.
If you're a man that is dating an independent, ambitious woman, you have to recognize the trade-offs that requires. The very thing that attracted you to her drive, her confidence, her passion, that she was so alive, it's the same thing that you must not try to shrink once she's with you. You did not fall for a woman who revolves her life around a man. You fell for a woman who has her own orbit. And if you try to make yourself the center of her universe, you will suffocate the very spirit in her that you were drawn to. And you were drawn to the fact that she was so alive. She was building, she was creating, she's moving, she's dreaming. And that energy inside of her is magnetic. But if you're expecting all of her ambition and excitement to suddenly be directed towards you, that's not love, that's insecurity. Here's the truth. If she stops being ambitious, she stops being herself. And if she stops being herself, she will slowly start to resent you. You do not keep a powerful woman by containing her. You keep her by building a life so solid and fulfilling of your own that her freedom does not threaten you. You have your own hobbies, your own missions, your own purpose, your own friends, and your own passions. Because intimacy requires two whole people choosing each other. And one person shrinking so that the other person feels safe is control. So if you want a wild, passionate, ambitious woman, you have to create an environment where she stays wild. And that requires open pastures, not fenced-in cages. Otherwise, don't be surprised when she runs away.
A lot of men are seeing and understanding that the woman that they see on the profile isn't near the woman that they meet in real life. Or it can even be vice versa. The point is, the modern woman that you're seeing, that you're meeting, that you're coming face to face with is totally different from who she is around everybody else. And everybody else, she's, doing great, fantastic person, the life of the party. But once you get her alone, just you and her, she's a total nightmare.
You left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
Did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle.
Look, we listen, but we don't judge. But that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm sorry. Is he an infant? Because those are the only things that don't go through hard times. Grown adults go through life. Life happens to every single one of us. And a financial struggle, a spiritual struggle, a mental struggle, an emotional struggle, an energetic struggle, physical struggle happens in our lives. Everything in our life is seasonal. Please believe, yes, we have summer and we have spring and we have fall where we get to wear the best outfits, but winter is coming.
Yeah.
You're never going to be 100% in all of those all the time, ever. For me, it's not about the things. The things are great. And I've experienced a lot of the things. I ain't gonna lie. But at the end of the day, that's not what makes a relationship.
Right.
Now, you have to make the money to learn that it's not everything.
So, two people are in a relationship, right? If the beginning of the relationship was based off of something that's not rooted in something real, let's say it's rooted in possessions, materialistic things, clout, they have an epiphany moment. I don't want to be this person anymore. I want something real. Do they have to completely change their partners?
I think that's a beautiful question. And I think that they'll tell you whether they want to do that or whether they don't. Because the truth is, most people that are in it for possessions will quickly find the next person that's also in it for possessions. So it's a small circle.
So, who can shine in the relationship? Both of you can shine in different ways. Okay, you're not supposed to shine in the same way a man is supposed to shine, and a man is not supposed to shine in the same way as you're supposed to shine. It is two complete opposites. Yin yang in this thing, So you shine in a feminine way, and he shines in a masculine way. Protection, provisions, masculinity, intelligence. That's how a man shines. A woman shines in femininity, beauty, knowing when to do something and when not to do something, phases. Do you understand? Your intelligence is more in phases, cycles, and it's more hidden. Okay, you're the moon, he's the sun. Understand it. Know your power. They're both very powerful in different ways. Okay? So know how to maneuver that. If you're trying to do too much and you're trying to outshine a masculine man and as a masculine woman, it's not going to work out. You're going to bump. You're going to repel each other. You know, a lot of men are repelled by competitive masculine women because they're masculine men. But a lot of masculine men are attracted to feminine women because they both can shine at the same time. Nothing takes away. They actually feed each other. Do you understand? So, knowing that, you got to understand it.
This is wild. Listen.
Man, I think about it sometimes and I'm like, my life would be so much easier if I just liked nice guys, right? If I liked guys who were honest, guys who were kind, generous, thoughtful man who's gonna bring me flowers or something, I don't know. You know, if I liked guys who just went out of their way and thought about me. The bare minimum. If I just liked guys who gave me the bare minimum, that would be awesome. But I am a little bit more below than that, right? I like liars. I do. I'm gonna admit it. I like men who are men who are going to treat me like I do. I like men who are going to go out of their way to make me jealous. And then they come back and I'm like, babe, why'd you do that?
Even if a guy is amazing, like great, everything they have, check all the boxes, good looking, they're emotionally intelligent, they're emotionally available, they treat you right, they buy you things, they're nice to you, they're really good to you. All the things, it can still not feel right.
I like to feel something because I'm a pretty happy person, pretty peaceful person on my own. So when I have a guy come in and f*** up my life and make me feel something, I'm like, I love this. I love this. This is so and great. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Okay, I didn't ask for this life.
Guys, prime example. Don't go out your way to impress these women. Be yourselves and let everything else follow. Stop leading with your money, man, and being a nice guy. Moral to the story.
This probably sounds toxic, but real men come with rules. Like, a man who actually respects himself isn't just gonna let you treat him any type of way. And it's not even because he doesn't love you. It's actually the opposite. He just loves himself too. He knows his value, so certain stuff just doesn't slide.
We'll tell them you did this because of that. No, I didn't. And they turn around and walk away. Why are you walking away? And if he were to articulate, say, because this isn't worth doing. You can't hear me. I can't be heard. I can't win here. This is a waste of time and energy. They just shut up. When they can't be heard, they just shut up. And there's so much about them we never see or know because we don't listen long enough and we're sure we're right. I mean, there's a joke. If a man's alone in the woods and he speaks, is he still wrong? Yeah. So in all likelihood, a woman who's struggling even to get to the point to have a marriage where now he becomes different, and there's a good reason why he becomes different. He will become different the moment you say yes. The moment he decides you're the one and you agree, he will change. Because they buy the whole package, when you say yes, he's now married. He's now married. He's just been upgraded to husband 1.0. He's going to function with the accountabilities of 1.0. It starts now. When's the wedding? I don't know. She's dealing with that. But he's being a husband before the wedding. The wedding's for the community, for the friends, for the fun, for her. He's already a husband, which means he holds himself to new standards and new territory. It's my job now to protect you from that. I watched you struggle with that the whole time we were dating. Now I'm going to protect you from it because you're mine and this is my job.
I just want to say thank you to the man I see on my walk every single day who doesn't even acknowledge my existence, which I know the bar is in. It's in. And that is the bare minimum men should be doing, just leaving women alone. But I walk 4 to 6 miles a day, and I am never left alone. There's always someone honking, yelling out of a car window, trying trying to stop me to make conversation. It is such a breath of fresh air to just be ignored. It is one less person I have to be worried about while I'm out here.
The real reason why you don't want to answer the question is because most black women will be disqualified. That's why. Notice how he turns it around on the brother. Notice that. Let's continue.
Because single moms ain't for every man. You gotta have a certain level of responsibility, character, and intention. Let me tell you something. Single moms scare off men without intention.
Stop right there. So notice how it's all about duty. Remember when I said before, I got a video now, it's on Instagram and TikTok, it's got like gazillion views, went mega viral. I said the only thing that you can expect from most black women, remember what I said here, Mita May, look at me, pay attention. I said the only thing that you can expect from most, not all, most black women are problems and work. And listen to what this brother says. He's saying what I'm saying. He didn't say you can have great fun and vibes. Great, lots of fun. No. It's work. Why should a man sign on for that? When there's no work, no fun, no joy, and we already know that black men in marriages have less than all other races of groups of men. We know this. So why should he sign on for that? It was the guy that came before that got all the vibes and got all the great. And what do you get? Problems and work. Back to the tape.
I used to wonder why men would want to go 50-50 on a date, but then agree to take a cute girl to a festival, buy her like an artist pass, and give her a place to stay, get her outfits, and hook everything up for the weekend. And then it dawned on me that men just can't do shit by themselves. They're not like women. Like, women can be loners, they can do solo traveling very easily, but men are just so codependent. And because they're so insecure, it is really difficult for them to go places and pick up women. It's like a 50-50 gamble if they'll be able to score with a woman. And so it's just easier for them to rent one, basically. And that's honestly what it feels like. It's just an arrangement because they're not in committed relationships with these women, but these women will definitely just go to a festival with them because men can't do by themselves. What kind of a society have we become? Maybe we were all just like this and I'm woke. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Question for the heteros. What is it about this that turns you on? Because I was just running at the park trying to get my 10-minute mile, and I got hit on by almost every single runner out there. But when I was cute, when I was all dolled up, had my hair out, sunscreen on and things, nobody wanted to approach me with it.
Bingo, you just answered your own question. We get on this app every fucking day and tell y'all we don't care for the extra makeup, and what you think is cute as a woman is not what men think is cute. We are not the same. Get that through y'all head. We are not the same, nor should we be the same. So what you think is cute and what men find attractive are totally two different things. Also, y'all pay too much attention to social media. Just because he's liking Big Booty Judy and Thick Ass Daphne don't mean that's what he wants. It's just something that he's seen. It was good eye candy for the moment. He's seen it, he's like, and he liked it. That don't mean that's what he wanted in his life. And also, this could be another thing. The aesthetic, the way that you're dressing can be welcoming, whether people realize it or not. Like, for example, me. I'm a sucker for women who wear baggy sweatpants and an oversized tee. I love that aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? And before y'all get in the comments, it don't got nothing to do with like covering up and no shit like that. That's just a style that I like. I wear a lot of oversized. I love women who can pull that look off. Versus the whole dolled up woman, which y'all would think is quote unquote cute. I wouldn't find that as cute. If anything, I would kind of stray away from you, because I've always noticed since a kid, when women get their hair done, their lashes, nails, all of that, and you get all dolled up with the cutest dress and the prettiest heels, you act completely different. You're a whole different character in the database. You start to become conceited and self-centered once you turn into this quote unquote doll of a woman. And I never liked that. The woman who dresses in the regular clothes, it always just gives off, like, I'm not gonna say humble, but it just gives off you're more approachable. You know, you're not trying to, you're just being authentically you. And I'm not saying the girls who doll up not being authentically them. If that's your, you feel me, lane, and that's what you like to do it. But I'm just telling you how it looks from the outside looking in for most dudes. But what do I know? I'm just who lift weights. Have a good day.
A man with a strong masculine energy values respect from his wife, who is in her feminine energy. This means refraining from criticizing his opinions arguing with his ideas, correcting, belittling him, or trying to control intimacy. As a feminine, sensual woman, you don't need to compete intellectually with your husband. Instead, you allow him to take the lead in conversation. Women who struggle to feel smaller next to their man often fear vulnerability and intimacy. They feel the need to be equal to or even superior to their partner. But this mindset will not lead to the connection and results that they desire.
Why does one man with one woman dump her, not want to be with her, ghost her, pull away, and then 6 months later with a new woman he's engaged? Why does that happen? It was the exact same man, 2 different women. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, number one is a man wants to make you happy. He wants to feel like he can make you happy, genuinely, that this woman is going to be happy with me, who I am, what I have to offer her and this world. He wants to feel that, but he does not want to be responsible for your happiness. Okay, let me say that again. He wants to make you happy, but he doesn't want to be responsible for your happiness. So if you are somebody that is very emotionally reactive to what a man does or doesn't do, that is why he will pull away from you and then go and get married and be engaged to another woman, because it is the other woman who is secure. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect. I want to be very clear. This is not about you've got to be perfect. You've got to be a robot. But if we're talking about quality masculine men, you do need to be secure in yourself. You do need to be happy on your own, and he needs to genuinely feel that. It is not something you're going to be able to fake. Okay, you can maybe fake it on the first date. Sure, maybe even the second, but eventually, if this is not something that is truly embodied, it is going to show up in your triggers, in your behavior, and the way you communicate to him, even in what you're sub-communicating to him. And he's going to feel that this is a woman who is not truly and genuinely happy on her own. Therefore, like, if she can't even be if she can't even make herself happy, there is no way on God's green earth I'm going to be able to make her happy. And therefore, he's just going to feel that this is not a safe connection for him, and he's going to move away and he's going to pull away.
I better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so sick of this.
She's so mad. No one is giving her any time. Guys are tired of you.
I told my husband I wanted a divorce. I can't be myself with my husband, and it's really confusing because I still don't know who I am.
This woman is so messed up. What is wrong with her? She's selfish, and she's bored, and she wants something else.
When you're 30 years old and you're single and you're like trying to put yourself out there, and you're friends are all married, so that you're at least trying to meet new people.
You can see her panic starting. That panic is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So again, this is what happens to women who wait. How do you think this woman is actually feeling? Let's listen to what she has to say.
Listen, I just want to give advice to women out there because I'm a little bit seasoned. If you have a good man, don't think you're going to find a better man somewhere else or leave him for a career. That's stupid as f-. If you have a good man, stay with him and build with him and just be happy with what you have. Stop thinking there's something better. There isn't. There's not anything better out there. Stay with the good man, because we get bored and we're like, oh, maybe I want to f- this athlete. They're anyway.
Well, not according to a lot of these females online who are trying to recruit other females and making sure that they stay single, making sure that they're decentering men. In fact, they're telling them that, look, there's always a better man out there. So if you're in a relationship and you have a small argument, something very, very, very tiny, right? You should leave him and go find somebody out there that's better than him.
Never move in with a female, bro. It's the quickest way to destruction. It's the quickest way to end a relationship. I understand y'all want to be together every day, but don't give up your crib, big bro. You can be over her crib for 3 weeks, but don't give up your own crib, I'm telling you. The moment you do that, it's over with, I promise you. She got you, gang. Intimacy gonna start to decline. Like, you gonna be like, what the fuck? We went from getting it in every day, every other day to, you know what I mean, once, twice a month, not even, you know what I mean? I feel like y'all gonna start to argue more. Y'all gonna get used to each other. It ain't really gonna be no excitement no more. You remember when you used to be excited to see your shorty? Well, now you wake up and see her every day when you turn to the left. And overall, me personally, like my own space. I like to see you Go to my crib, you go to your crib, we do our own thing. And you always just want to keep your own shit, because you never know what happened, little bro. Anything could happen. Y'all could be done tomorrow. Look at you. You ain't even got your own crib. Now y'all got to stick a lease out. Always keep your own crib. Never move with a female, man. Keep your own shit. So I can't never tell you.
Women, we have to start pursuing men. So I seen a post and a guy was saying that like 5-6 years ago that the men was all trying to approach the ladies and they didn't want them, and so the men leveled up and now women have to approach men. And I really think this is a great idea. I think that when we go outside, we need to start hollering at them. Hey, you with the red shirt and bald head, come here. Then when they come, be like, you just got a beautiful smile, man. I love that on you. I love that red on you. Fits your tone. What's your number? Get the number, smash on first night. Smash on first night. Then we're going to call them a hoe. We're going to block them, too. We're going to do the tap. We're going to be like, hey, your Uber outside. And then after that, we're going to go around and be like, man, that is a hoe. I smashed first night with that man. Hell yeah, he a hoe, he a hoe. And then we got to, we gotta make sure men really gotta play their part if we're gonna play the game. I need them to be calling other men with screenshots. I need them to be like, man, look, I talked to her too. We're gonna say we don't know neither one of them to be for real. I don't even know who that is. Like I was with Nia. I was with Nia. We was outside playing dice on the court. Oh, believe whatever you want to believe at this point. You know what? I just need to work on myself. I kind of miss my grandma sometimes. So like, I feel like I've been waiting to do this all my life. I feel like this is going to be fun. This is, yeah, we're going to shine.
So when you look at it, the man's going to pay for most of the dates. You want the man to pay for your trips. You want the man to pay for your nails, your gym membership. The rent has got to be split 50-50 because you're independent, that sort of thing. So it's not really going to be a fair split. It's going to be okay. The only thing that I have to split, and really you don't even want that, is the rent. But all the other bills he pays, I just pay a little bit I'll pay the water bill so I can feel like I'm contributing.